Welcome back, everyone. I'm Firefly.
I'm Rumfus.
And we are in the hospital. I'm a doctor.
You are a doctor. Is there anything you can make?
Well, I'm supposed to analyze William Bishop's blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the enigmatic formula.
Enigmatic. Oh.
Ooh. Ooh, serums.
Generate health.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay. Don't have anything for anemia. You don't have enough for fatigue.
What's the second level?
Or sepsis. Pneumonia.
Oh, it's different things.
Bronchitis.
Bronchitis.
Cold.
They're just cold.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night.
Well, actually,
I have so much time now.
I'm gonna talk to people first.
He's got so much time now.
It's locked, all right.
Well, he's immortal. Of course he is all the time.
If he was immortal, he wouldn't have a health bar.
He's almost immortal. There's other peeps that needed to be talked about and gossiped.
Where's Strickland? Have we talked to him before? I don't think we did.
I don't know, there's people around. Did we talk to her?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
What's your life in London? Oh, wow. How's the staff?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Oh? Why is Milton grumpy?
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Oh.
Oh, what's the deets? Milton's reputation is mediocre amongst his colleagues.
Oh, you can almost get full blood quality from him if you wanted to.
I'm not killing peeps. Not unless I have to.
Oh, what's up with him? Oh, he's got fatigue.
Yeah, so he's got fatigue. And he's got fatigue. He's got fatigue. Is that the boy the guy that didn't want to talk to me? Yeah, okay.
Because his throat hurt.
Yeah, man, where's the coffee? Just get some coffee.
That'll help your throat.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I
Warm
don't
coffee.
know. Just ask him.
Or a cold brew.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Milton is not the chatty type.
He talked to me.
Yeah.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
See, the difference is I do blood transfusions.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
It's okay.
You're not the one giving it, I am.
Yeah, I gave you a pep talk. I could have been rude.
Yeah.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
That
Oh,
sounds
is it
like fatigue.
Is it fatigue?
No, she's healthy.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, cool. You do just need sleep. How's your life in London? I don't want to ask about the situation. Okay.
You don't know anything about her. Probably get some information from
Goodbye,
Milton.
Nurse Hawkins.
Maybe, if I decide to talk to him. Who else is there?
Oh.
Oh,
It's locked.
shit. I'm a doctor. A long letter. The deets. Oh boy. Birmingham, 27th of October. Hello, sis. How are things in the big city? Here in Brum, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again, and we have many new cases of infection in the neighborhood. Do you remember Miss Scheller, the old drinking hag from the 3rd floor?
Oh, I remember her.
What a bitch. She passed away 2 days ago, and her flat is already occupied again. Jeez, you would have to pay me a huge amount of money to go sleep in that bed in which a woman died of the flu just a few hours ago.
It wasn't a few hours, but it was like a day.
You said 2 days ago. Yeah. Sorry I did not take time to quickly answer your last letter. Between taking care of little Paul, Mum, Dad, and my job at the factory, I rarely find time to write to my favorite sister. Because I have a backbone. By the way, my son says hello to his Auntie Pippa. You should see the little bugger. Already driving me mad. And Mum says you'd bring back some of those marvelous cakes the next times you come back home. The next times. More than once.
Every time you come over, bring a cake.
Damn. In your last letter, you told me you thought about quitting your job at the Pembroke Hospital. I have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit, and it's as boring as a day without a shag. Oh, I have a new fiancé. And no, I'm not a slut, you moral bitch. You. Oh, you're like a nun. So if you really want to quit and do something more useful than counting the dead every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join the band you told me about. The Guard or Previn, something like that? Never heard of them. But if they are, like you said, some sort of civil militia trying to make a difference, then maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let the others go in front. That's how my poor Billy got killed in France, by leading too many patrols. Bloody war. Anyway, come back as soon as you can, and give me all the good news before that. I am your affectionate sister, Lucy, Paul, Mum, and Dad. Oh, I thought this was like, she was a bro.
That's yeah, it's a sister.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Pippa! How's your fucking sister? Let's go talk about your personal life. Pippa! Are you Pippa?
Evening,
Hey, Pippa.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
The nurse
Jesus.
was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful.
Like Nurse Joy. They're all nurses.
I want to make things change.
Proud of what you've achieved. You're a nurse. It's
You
hard
should be
work.
proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
That's how it feels sometimes.
Another
New hint!
Another hint.
Oh, I only need 2 more. Pippa's thinking about quitting the Pembroke Hospital. Pippa has felt useless as a nurse since the beginning of the epidemic.
Ooh. Slap some sense into her.
Goodbye.
Don't actually.
Imagine just me assaulting people. I'm a doctor!
Get a hold of yourself, woman.
Who are you?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reid, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Oh.
I don't believe you. Because you would have known I'm a vampire. Just saying. You would have smelt me.
If you go into your blood view, whatever it is she there with the heartbeat? Because I'm pretty sure everyone else is.
I'll check after.
Yeah.
How's your life in London?
How's your life as a vampire?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
How do you feel?
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
Not that I give a shit.
Hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
That sounds like you're just getting old and you
Yeah.
need more blood in your system.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist.
Not that I'm
named
saying you're
Jules
mental.
Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I never said that.
You did say that, kind of.
Medical
Do you require
checkup.
my services, Miss Howcroft.
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reid. Blood is the only drug I need.
It's. Who actually are you?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a
God.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
You know, actually, vampires have really good memory,
I'll
so.
leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
She looks offended now. She's like, bitch, what did you just say to me?
I can't remember what. Oh, there we go. Yeah, she's human.
Yeah, she's not a vampire.
Dumb bitch.
Vampires don't pump blood.
In the name of mercy, they depend on you. Nurses are needed now. Acquire at the nearest appointments office of the Ministry of Labour and National Service, or write to 15 Kingsway, London. Is that it? Is there anybody else I gotta talk to?
Probably.
Who else? Have I talked to him?
I don't think so.
I can't talk to him. Oh, ah!
Good evening, sir.
Oh boy.
Can I help
You
you?
look like a ghoul.
Fix my face. No.
Are
I
you
don't think you can
okay?
help me.
I'm Dr. Reid. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor.
Oh, okay.
German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Okay.
Oh.
What's your real cause?
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
What was it, though?
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was.
Oh,
The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
well, I don't need to ask you why you. I guess I'll ask.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans. And it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
I was gonna say beauty's not everything, but he might be like, meh.
You try having a face like this, Mr. Handsome.
Mr. Handsome, Jonathan Handsome.
Jonathan Handsome Reid.
So I guess surgery.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Oh, hint failed.
Why lie about
What if I tried again?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans.
it? Reconstruct.
I don't want to.
Fuck! I didn't know I could.
My next guess would have been, you gotta get him out of here somehow. No, I don't know.
I'm not gonna kill him.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss.
Yeah, I was gonna say the next one would have been,
I just escaped
can't hide
death in the
forever.
trenches to be surrounded again
But maybe that
by
one
the
wouldn't even
bones of
work.
the
But I feel
dying.
like that's like the
Ask you
rude one,
precisely
usually.
why you're a patient here.
When
It's
Dr.
the
Reid's
pain,
like,
sir.
fuck yep.
The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars. If you get my drift.
Ah,
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
but that's a good outlook.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Interesting.
I could huh.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So you let her. You see you let her?
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood.
Ugh.
And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
And it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
What are you gonna say if I say she's mentally
The
disturbed?
woman's mentally disturbed.
Yeah.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. But frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Where were
Okay.
you stationed, sir? Did you serve for?
Really
I don't know what to
wanna
say
talk
about that.
All this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Actually, I was a medic.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
You and your... I don't even know.
Disgust on every street corner. The day
That's the guy you saved. Why were you trying to creep in that room?
Because he was talking, and it wasn't him.
It was the guy that you were just talking to before that was saying that, the disfigured guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, they share a
Are
room.
you guys gonna be weird?
damn. The pain.
Am I gonna witness something I don't want to witness? I'm gonna leave.
No, nothing's happening. You're just sitting there.
Hello, sir!
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reid, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah,
That's
an
a relief.
abduction.
Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Ah, let's talk to you. How are you doing? presence in William Bishop's den.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Oh, you went there willingly.
Why'd he abduct you?
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reid. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
And then he got sick.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Damn wet boot boys.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show.
Edwina!
With the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Booth Digby!
Clay Cox, that's the guy that you could have eaten at when you got your new outfit. The guy that stabbed the other person.
Oh.
That's Clay Cox.
Well, I didn't know he was a part of a gang.
He's the leader. He's missing. He's got to go back to his boys. The Wet Boot Boys.
Well,
he's the main Wet Boot Boy.
I'm trying not to be...
Imagine if he killed him. Now he can go back and run his gang however he likes.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've
See?
had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
See?
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
But William, he's a different type of criminal.
What about what?
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom.
Good old
Without
Tom.
men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Despair? Corruption?
People are
Let's
still
hear
in
about
despair.
it.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Just bye. Hope you guys fix it yourself.
Figure it out yourself.
Have a good one.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Of course.
Oh, you don't want to gossip? That's rude.
No one seems to want to gossip.
How do you feel?
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond
Fatigue?
exhaustion, actually.
Oh, fatigue.
William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Fatigue.
Sir, I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
You should know I'm a doctor.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton?
Besides a priest.
I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I
You keep
manage
talking
a night
about
asylum
flocks
for the
and
poor
stuff.
homeless of the
A
docks.
night
I
asylum.
try to guide the lost and hesitant
What?
on the right path to our Lord.
Wow.
I don't think he means like insane asylum. Asylum as in like a home, kind of. Like an asylum, like a safe refuge, essentially, for people that are down and out.
Yeah. Are you a priest?
Are you a
I'm a
priest,
doctor.
Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Oh, okay.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no
No, it's
magical
not.
token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Well, maybe Jesus could have saved you.
So what about the one that Dr. Swansea has? How come that one was...
That Jesus Christ. I mean, it's probably because it's bigger.
Maybe.
Have you made
He could have like
friends
pressed it
since
against
you
his
arrived?
forehead.
Not really.
It depends if it was like
Nice
dipped in
Miss
holy
Harriet
water,
Jones.
maybe.
I knew her when
blessed.
she lived by the docks.
He just
Poor woman had such a miserable
carved it
You
himself.
never came
Yeah.
to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know.
Yep.
We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Oh.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Bye.
We'll talk again later.
I'll talk to you later. Can I open this door?
It's locked.
Oh. Anyone else?
Got a red circle and it had a locked symbol on it.
Anyone else want to talk to me? Fuck, who are you? I don't like you. Have I talked to him?
Is that Strickland?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reid. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland. Dr.
Strickland.
Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reid.
Oh! Well, thank you.
We got 2 admirers now.
What about the Pembroke
What can you
Hospital?
tell me about the Pembroke?
Everyone has an
Well, It's always
opinion.
been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of
got a
products I ordered
quest!
for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reid. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Citizen investigation.
Oh. I displayed here. Districts. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it and access to your map. No one likes you, Ackroyd. Reach the pharmacy.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
He can talk to Milton.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a problem. Well, tell me about yourself,
Please, could you tell me
sir.
something about yourself.
I'm a great admirer of your work.
That's
concerning
not-
blood transfusion, Dr.
Not what I
Eustace.
meant.
That's not very
Through my own
personal.
experiments, I'm convinced it's the future.
Your experiments, huh?
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I don't want to talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? You're healthy. Good.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
God damn, I got
Oh,
a fan.
2
Honored to have the opportunity
fanboys.
to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone.
Boost my ego.
I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
The influenza or the vampires?
Both.
Oh.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern?
So aggressive.
Shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
This is the gossip we wanted.
This
We're
is
getting it from Strickland.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reid. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
What's his story?
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's
I don't
story.
remember.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Oh, that guy. The guy's arm cut off?
No, he didn't get cut off. He just got injured.
Just maybe remain neutral.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior.
No.
A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Good for you. That's all I can talk to you
Goodbye,
about.
Dr. Strickland.
Who's this? I can't talk to you. Anybody else?
You, corpse in the bed. May I speak with you? That's the guy.
Oh, this is Mr. I wonder if I can talk to him about it.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my operation?
Here we go! Why feel guilty?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me.
Oh!
And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
What an asshole.
Your wife died? What's that about? What's this
How could
tea?
your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Oh.
That's not your fault, to be honest. No one knew there was a bomb raid going on.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your
I'd
injury,
hold myself
Mr. Fiddick,
responsible.
unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
You worried?
You
Yeah.
seem worried about the safety of your family.
This is my booming voice of a
Reason
doctor!
why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother? If I'm
Oh, we are.
We
We
already
know
asked
that.
that.
In 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
It was in pieces, I assure you. If it was a bomb raid.
You probably found a part of her. You just didn't realize it was her.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the
Yeah.
death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
Yeah.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Poor little bleeders.
Why are you calling them that? That's a weird nickname. Oh, my little bleeders.
My little bleeders.
It's like, what? What the fuck?
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Oh.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Oh.
Is he talking to you?
I don't know. Have I talked to everyone else? I've talked to you. Right? Who are you?
That's.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Oh, okay, yeah, it's her. Hey, how are you?
Dorothy Crane.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Where is my room?
I know where my room is, but we have to go to the pharmacy. But we'll do that next time.
Yes.
Uh,
On Vampyr.
yes, Vampyr.
Yes.
I'm Firefly.
I'm Rumfus.
Thank you so much for watching. Good night. Be safe.
Cast on.
All talking.
All talk. All gabbing. Just gabbing away.